Hi, this is a serious matter that I want to talk to you about. It is this. This man, Neil Gorsuch, Justice Neil Gorsuch, wrote this book. And I recommend to you that you purchase this book. I did, and I also got the audio. You can listen to it. Why am I recommending this book? Well, I'm not doing it to enrich him. He's already wealthy, and I don't mind him becoming more wealthy. I don't have a problem with that. I want to recommend this book to you because in this book, Justice Neil Gorsuch reveals so many truths that are important to you. Why? Because with this book, you will learn in one sitting or two sittings, you'll learn how our government has been unfaithful to the contract they swore to. Let me just say, our constitutions are contracts, and they have to comply with those contracts. They have to. They're mandatory. They have things that are prohibited, things that are mandatory. What is prohibited? They are to do the jobs we hired them to do carefully without trespassing on any of our individual inherent rights. Now, they are to protect our rights as a whole, and they are to protect our rights, our individual rights that are inherent, God-given. They can't choose to only protect rights as a whole. And they use that excuse so they can trespass on each one of the people individually. And the people have been allowing that to happen. Why? Because they were not taught the real law, the highest law, the binding law, the law that binds every single one of the government servants. The contract, the constitutions. You only know, hey, they're the constitutions, but they're the contract. They are the contract, express, trust, indenture precisely. And in there is the word treason. You see, if they ignore and trespass against your individual inherent rights, that's treason. So that means they can't do it directly. So what has happened? They're doing it to you indirectly. How? Because they created agencies. See, they can create things to do the jobs we hired them to do, precisely the jobs we hired them to do, and no more, no less. No more and no less than what we hired them to do. So what they have done to get away and around the Constitution so they don't do it directly, they delegated authority to these agencies that they had no authority to delegate. There's, for example, legislating. We only authorize Congress to do that, right? You remember that. Do you remember the thing called separation of powers? That's not a little bitty insignificant term. They cannot breach that term in the slightest. A little bit, we only trespass that, just a little bit. Well, that's not permitted. A little bit of trespass is treason. A big trespass is treason. And Neil Gorsuch was instructed by us, namely Dave Jose. Yes, Dave Jose, by the beautiful love of God, was blessed to learn the real law, the law that has been hidden because it's been in front of us but concealed. You'll see what, if you study with us, you'll see what we mean by that. You have authorities that are beyond voting. You can correct government, everything they've done wrong and are doing wrong. You can correct it and stop it right now if you only knew what your authorities are. And there's beyond voting. You don't have to wait for elections. This is a trick. You were told that you can only wait for elections to make a difference? No. Now, Neil Gorsuch is revealing that these agencies have been writing laws, just like the legislature, as though they are the legislature, writing laws. They're not authorized to do that. And then they find the people, they create a crime that didn't exist, they call it a crime, then they go looking for who's committing that crime, who's out there looking. They hire people to go find others. They hire personnel to go find the people who are committing that crime that they created, newly created. Then they bring them in and they prosecute them in front of their employees. Their employees are prosecuting. There's someone dressed as a judge. Neil Gorsuch says that. They like to dress. They dress. He knows. He did the symbol and he says they dress. They dress like judges, and they're really administrative judges. They're not authorized to prosecute the people in administrative procedures. I'll explain all that in detail if you wish later. And Dave Jose does the best at explaining everything. That's where we are learning from. We're learning from Dave Jose, or else I would know nothing. But I know enough to spread the word to you, because he asks us, because of his love, he asks us to share the knowledge with all of you, so none of us are destroyed by these agencies. And that's doing it indirectly, doing what they cannot do directly to us, trespass our rights. They're doing it indirectly through the agencies, because inside those agencies they do all in-house. He says so, and he's going all over the country. You can Google him up. Look him up. He's being interviewed, and he's saying, yes, they're doing it all in-house. They're destroying the people in-house. They've been destroying people. Each one of us, they have so many laws that they have been writing that each one of us is definitely committing some sort of committing a crime that they call a crime that is not a crime. But since they call it a crime, now they can go ahead and pick you up, prosecute you for the crime, cause you to pay them money, or go to prison or to jail, right? Destroy your lives, right? Make you stop working and not able to feed your family. But you have to read this, because he will explain it more carefully than I can do right now. And when you're ready and you want to know how to defend against that and how to correct it and never let it happen again, that is what Dave Jose is teaching all of us. He's doing that. So I recommend that you get this book. It's important. It's worth your time. Seriously. God bless us. God protect us. Oh yeah, Dave cares for you. Okay, with a little symbol Dave care. Oh, he has two, right? One, he says Dave cares for you, all spelled out, lowercase. Then he also has real Dave cares for you, with the number 4, the letter U. You can find him on Telegram, Odyssey, Rumble. He used to be on YouTube, but they got rid of him there because they don't like the truth. They're pals with those people who are doing naughty things, right? So, do you want to be destroyed? I don't think so. Arm yourself with the truth. We can give you the evidence in writing, so you can see we're not making it up, so you can see their legitimate sources. So many, it's an avalanche. It's like this mountain of truth, mountain of proof for you, so you can look at it. Don't let them lie to you and tell you things. Ask them, show me the source of what you're saying. We showed that. Dave told us, and we all agree that when we say it, when we teach something, we have to show proof. We show the evidence. Love you. God bless you. God protect you. God bless us too.